Rideshare etiquette lesson number 1. Do not request a trip, whether it's an Uber or Lyft, to show up unless your ass is ready to come outside and get in the vehicle. What up, folks? Once again, it is indeed your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. I cannot stress this any stronger. This is predominantly for passengers in rideshare. Never request that an Uber or Lyft come to your location if you're not absolutely ready when they arrive to come outside. Understand that drivers don't make shit waiting for you. Now, the purpose I'm creating this video is because obviously it has happened to yours truly, and I'm sure every driver that is watching the video has had this happen also. And for most of us, it is absolutely a pet peeve. I'll tell you right off, I'll leave your ass the moment it's allowable. I'm on my way to pick up an Uber passenger, and bam, this is what I get on my device. Take your time. What the hell is that? Understand, we're not making a cent taking our time. In other words, I assume, slow down, drive slower to pick me up, don't rush to get here. There is absolutely no revenue, no profit in slowing down. The only time the drivers are making any money, and we don't make much at all to begin with, is when somebody is in the damn car and we're transporting them from destination A to destination B. Slowing down to pick you up, sitting outside in front of your damn house or place of business is not profitable for drivers. Same thing would apply even once you're in the damn car. If you're asked to stop off at McDonald's, a gas station, Walmart, or some other location on the way home, most drivers barely make 15 cents per minute waiting for the passenger to come back out. In my market, 9 cents per minute wait time. The hell I'm gonna wait for somebody for any length of time at 9 cents a minute? Once again, once a passenger gets out of the vehicle, yours truly, I typically leave. Understand, the overwhelming majority of Uber and Lyft passengers do not tip at all. So when folks respond, well, if you give bad service, they're not going to tip you. Hell, they're not fucking tipping anyway. So understand, when you request an Uber or a Lyft ride, if you're not ready to come outside the vehicle, you're going to get someone like me and a hell of a lot of other drivers that are going to leave your ass. Understand this. There is a base fare minimum in just about every market that a driver can get once they arrived at your location, and if you're not out in the allotted period of time. The actual fare that the drivers receive for taking your ass from point A to point B, most drivers, $3 to maybe $5 or $6 once you get out of the car. That's what the drivers are getting if you don't tip. And as I stated, most trips don't include a tip, no matter how nice, how good the service is. Most passengers do not tip. 20 to 40% in just about every market. So if I take you from point A to point B, and the average I'm taking after that is $4 or $5, but I can leave your ass and get the base fare of $2.50 to $3, which is what it is in most markets, I don't have to spend any additional fuel at all to leave your ass and get the $2.50, whatever the hell they pay. But if you get in the car after making me wait all damn day, I'm probably only going to get $4 to $6 anyway. Understand, there is a hell of a large financial incentive to just leave. You're not making much money on these trips anyway. So there is a financial incentive to some degree to just leave passengers the moment you can, particularly if you don't know the destination. And a lot of drivers do not know where the passenger is going until they're in the vehicle. I am included in that. I mean, if you keep your acceptance rate is very low because of the bullshit trips you get, Uber doesn't tell you where the passenger is going until they're in your car. So I don't know if you're going 2 blocks or 20 miles. So I'm going to always opt to leave a passenger the moment I can. Now, in this trip here where she was asking me to take my time, I didn't do that. I drove as normal. And the moment I got there, I started the countdown. The minute I could leave, I was going to leave. Fortunately for this woman, she did come out in time. But the next trip after her, exactly that is what happened. I pulled up to a hospital or whatever the hell you want to call it, a clinic. Person didn't come out, I left them. I don't know if they're disabled. I don't know if I left somebody who really needed a trip. There's no way for me to know that. But understand, we're out here. We're not good Samaritans. We are out here to profit. I don't mind going above and beyond if I'm being rewarded for it. Most drivers are not rewarded. As I just stated, 20 to 40%. I leave every single time it is allowable, unless I'm in a significant surge market or pursuing some type of earnings guarantee or streak bonus or something else, where leaving a person is a detriment to my finances. But in almost all of the cases, that rarely happens. If you're driving for base fare, any of my full-time drivers that drive for base fare, in my opinion, if you're not getting surge or something, it's always more advantageous, at least from the statistical probability, to leave. Take the $2 or $3 you're going to get and just leave, particularly if you haven't driven a long distance to pick somebody up, which your ass shouldn't do from the get-go. I say it in every video. Whatever your average distance your passengers go from point A to point B, you should not drive any further than that to pick someone up. In my market, most trips are going to be between 0 and 5 miles. That means when a passenger gets in my vehicle, the entire trip is going to be over with in less than 5 miles. Very few passengers in my market are traveling more than 5 miles. As a result, I don't travel more than 5 miles to pick someone up. You don't drive 8 miles to pick up somebody that's going 2. And certainly when the profit margin, 70 some odd cents per mile, is that low, you should be trying to keep your trips well under the average distance you're driving, folks. But I just wanted to make this video because I couldn't believe someone was telling me on the way to pick them up, take your time. I'm sure many of you get messages like that. I've had folks tell me, I'll be out there. But anytime someone, when you're on the way to pick them up, start sending you those kind of messages, I'm coming, that lets you know they're going to be fucking late, period. That's stall tactics. What they're doing is texting you shit to stall you. Doesn't work with yours truly. I don't know how you folks feel, but it does not work with me. The moment I arrive, the timer's going no matter what the hell you have texted me. The moment that timer expires, Audi 5000. But what say you folks? Let your boy know in the comments. Am I wrong for leaving folks that get 2 minutes of notification, then an additional 5 minutes to come out? So you're getting 7 minutes. That car is in front of your property, your job site, wherever the hell you're coming from, place of business, 7 minutes before the driver can take off. They give you 2 minutes of notification time. Then they give you an additional 5 minutes before that driver can cancel and get paid for that trip. If you ain't ready in 7 fucking minutes, you never gonna be ready as far as I'm concerned. Let your boy know in the comments. As always, subscribe to the damn channel. And I'll see you in the next video.